was asking a very simple question, and the city solicitor for about 3 minutes said, I don't understand, to the point that Mr. McLean got upset and basically yelled across the dice. I said, look, this is what he's saying, and blah, blah, blah. And, oh, okay, so she understands when Mr. McLean speaks, but doesn't understand when I speak. And I believe you, yeah, I'm sure there were attorneys at the table, I'm sure the district attorney, and in a matter of a couple hours, an attorney friend of mine found at least 10 other points that he said these issues
Then
gave
he
rise to the
can
top.
take it to court. Thank you very much.
So I gotta sue myself.
That's my job. Go ahead.
No, but even that, so the response is, I gotta sue myself, cause see, the city is me, right? So I gotta sue myself, I gotta sue the city, and the city solicitor, who's supposed to be representing my interests legally, my interests as a taxpayer, representing the city. The city solicitor, you said something earlier, and now it's fleeting, but I was gonna say that, remember when I went to get up, I don't remember what the issue now, but I was gonna say, it's the city solicitor's job to represent the city, to legally represent the city, not the mayor, not even council, the city. This is not in the best interest of our taxpayers and our citizens. And I'm sorry, I based on the job, that I can't trust that. We have seen over the last 10 years, we, the people, the citizen, needs to be active in our community, here at these meetings. And I mean, what is it gonna take? Will I have to flood this room every week with over 100 people bringing these issues up?
We welcome you to any meetings. As I said, we have a series, there'll be warnings issued first, there'll be an educational period.
You spoke last night and you talked about working with our community, you talked about working with everybody. I'm asking you here tonight, do that. I said, I'm not saying scrap it. I like portions of it. There's portions that I don't like. Let's get with our community members, let's work together, table it, just for a time, and let's do what we gotta do to educate the people, and there should be some amendments made to the ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Ramos. Anyone else from the public? Seeing none?
Can I just make another comment, in response to what he said, since he pointed at me as one of those people who actually said something. I personally think that the ordinance is okay. The problem, it's not a problem, the concern that I have is that we need to continue to educate people about it. And that could happen. You know, I actually called the people from Dubai. Many people mentioned their names. And I talked to them, they are looking into changing the whole venue that they have there. Okay, they're connecting with somebody from New York that has a very reputable place. It's called Allentown. And I think, and I mentioned to them that they need to read this law and they need to call the police. As Candida said earlier, Ms. Alpha said, if you call the police, when something happens, you will not be ticketed or you wouldn't be given points. The other issue is that I also agree with the ordinance that you have to be a responsible business owner to engage with that type of business. And the last thing is that we are going to go out and try to educate these business owners. And I also like the idea of getting the warning first. Okay, obviously not for the shooting in the bar or the place, but getting warnings, I think that would be good at the beginning, just like if you sometimes driving around and get, go through a red light, or not a red light, but probably through a stop sign and they give you a warning or something like that. So just be a little bit, at the beginning, we need to be a little bit lenient on it if it's not a major issue.
That's part of the warning. I'm gonna differ with you on one thing here, Mr. Grady. The Dubai restaurant, as I understand, is being closed regardless of what they do by the owner of the shopping center. Am I right, Chief Strauss? And I believe it's for, what I read in the paper was because they hadn't paid the rent.
Yeah, I read that, and I mentioned that to the guy, and he said, look, we paying Monday, so that should have been last Monday.
Okay.
So,
I think that we're speculating. We're speculating.
No, hold it. There is order, okay? It's not just jumping in. Mr. Lee, are you finished?
I am finished, sir.
Mr. Hendricks, are you finished?
I am finished.
Ms. Moda, your turn.
I think that we're speculating. Why are we talking about all these details? I mean, there's a lot of speculations going on. I also spoke to them, and there's many things that they're working things out. I just think that we should just concentrate on on the law, and we should just talk about educating and let's just not give all these details, because some of these things are not true.
Look, the bottom line is there has to be communication plan. Every resident, when we don't pick up trash over a holiday, okay, or we change our recycling system, we get a postcard in the mail. We have to educate the business owners. We have to bring the business owners, if they have questions, to meet with the people and administration to answer those questions. Communication, education of any ordinance is vital, bottom line, and make sure we get that to our administration. Any other comments from the public? Mr. McLean, go ahead.
I don't want to talk about any particular business or business owner, but I spent 4 years in the police department, and I've seen reputable businesses that operate in this city day in and day out, and there's not an issue. But there's also those that don't. And this is one of the best tools I've seen in 40 years to deal with those that don't. Plain and simple. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other comments? Mr. Hammond, call the vote, please, on Bill 27.
Okay, on Bill 27, Mr. McGuire.
Yes.
Ms. Moser.
Yes.
Mr. O'Connell.
Yes.
Zappa.
Yes.
Mr. Reedy.
Yes.
Henrik.
Yes.
Ms. McLean.
Yes.
I have 7 yeas and 30 ayes.
Mr. Hammond, resolution for final passage, R98.
R98 are certificates of appropriateness for work in historic districts. It's work approved by the board for work at 34 North 11, 36 North 11, 433 and a half North Howard, and 417 North 7.
Comments from my colleagues? Comments from the public? Mr. Allen, R98, call vote.
Ms. Moser.
Yes.
Mr. O'Connell.
Yes.
Zappa.
Yes.
Mr. Reedy.
Yes.
Henrik.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Mr. White.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you. R99, sewage finding module for Burger King.
R99, sewage planning module for Burger King at 1738 West Tillman Street. And this simply acknowledges that there's sufficient sewer capacity for this development.
Thank you, Mr. Hammond. Mr. Messenger, obviously we have the capacity for the Burger King. We're finally getting a Burger King at 17 and Tillman. It only took, what, 2.5, 3 years?
Yes.
Almost. Yeah. Thank you. Any comments from my colleagues about the Burger King module, finding module, and comments from the public? Ms. Allen, call the vote.
Mr. O'Connell.
Yes.
Zappa.
Yes.
Mr. Reedy.
Yes.
Mr. Henrik.
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
Dwyer.
Yes.
Ordinance for introduction, Bill 28.
Bill 28 amends general fund budget in the amount of $10,000 to properly budget for the credit card fees for processing ticket sales for lights and highway.
Okay, thank you. Comments from my colleagues about Bill 28? Comments from the public about Bill 28? Mr. Hunsinger coming up. Yes, sir.
It's been a long evening, Glenn Hunsicker. I have a question. Is this in addition to the 15,000 that they estimate expenditures for lights in the parkwood? Is this an additional 10,000?
I don't want.
Ms. Taylor, more details.
Since this was broken out as credit card expenses, which is normally about 3%.
It's only a bookkeeping item. It's the way we account for the credit card sales. That's all it is. It's we're amending the budget to increase the revenue 10,000 and the expenditures 10,000 for the credit card fees. That's it. Nothing to do with the program itself.
Do you remember what was in the budget this year for this coming year?
No,
Was it 15,000?
I don't have that.
So I'm thinking this would be another 10,000. That means roughly 3% of, that's a pretty big number. I don't know if you make that much money.
Offset and it's offset with the revenue. It's only a bookkeeping thing. We contracted with Eventbrite this year, and the way that the credit card fees, when the credit card fees were taken up front, that the patrons that came through paid the credit card fee, but our accounting did not account for it as it should have. So we're amending that. We're amending the budget so it will be reflected in the accounting. It's simply a bookkeeping item, bookkeeping matter.
you're asking for $10,000. I mean, you're saying that this year or last year, the people that came through paid.
Right,
They paid the 3% or whatever that came out to be.
that's correct.
And then next year, the city's gonna pay?
No, they will still do that.
They'll still do the
It's
same
only-
thing?
Yes, it's still gonna be the same setup, but it's how it's.
They're gonna pay in
accounted for.
advance.
I think we should get a breakdown of that. I'm trying to understand how this works, but.
Well, this is just gonna go to committee.
It's gonna,
Okay, well, I'm throwing this out.
No, that's fine, no, the public can talk about, this is Mr. Greedy, he wanted to.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'm trying to understand this. I mean, because we pay credit card too when they're operating out there. And I'm looking at our numbers, and I'm looking at your numbers, and something doesn't jive. So,
We'll get, when we have a committee meeting, we'll get to that. And, Ms. Moda, Bill 28 will be referred to Parks and Recreation.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. Resolutions for introductions, we have none. New business, anybody new business? Have none. Good and welfare, have none. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.